Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Am I wrong for dropping out of my stepsister's bridesmaid after she chose an awful dress for me and pretty dresses for her friends? No, because I would do the same. Why do I get the ugly dress? Why is everyone looking pretty?
But me ugly.
To give some background context first, my stepsister and I were raised together from toddlers to be sisters, not stepsisters. Our parents met when I was 20 months old and she was almost 3. My dad had custody of me and her mum had custody of her. We never knew another family, so everyone saw us as siblings and we were treated like we were. Something I was aware of, even when we were kids, is that she'd call herself an only child and say she had no siblings. That was mostly a school and with friends thing. She never said it around our family, but I always felt like she didn't see me as her sibling. We never had a closer relationship, and the other siblings I grew up seeing had good and bad in the relationships. I never knew any that were always distant. As an adult, of course, I know not all siblings are close and get along, so maybe I shouldn't read into it too much. But I often suspected the step mattered in why she was that way. I remember she was always willing to help younger cousins look cute, and she would do makeovers for her friends' younger siblings. Sometimes I'd even hear her say she'd love a little sister, but she never did those things with me. A few times I asked and she started grumbling and I left it. That's so rude of her. So they grew up together, but she would treat her step sibling like they weren't even a sibling to her. And it's not even this person's fault because they were literally a baby when they joined the family, so they don't know. I guess because the sister was already 3, she already knew. But like, that's so messed up still. I had learned to accept we would never be close by the time I reached like 13 or 14, which is why I was surprised when she asked me to be her bridesmaid. So I wasn't asked to be her maid of honor, and I wasn't only her bridesmaid. She had 8 of us. The other were her friends. I did notice I found out everything later than the others about stuff she wanted us to do. I didn't get invited to look at wedding dresses with the rest of the bridesmaids, but I was included when she went shopping for jewelry for the bridesmaids. We were all there. Then we had 2 days of bridesmaids dress shopping. The first store she liked nothing, but I remember feeling awkward because she had focused more on what she wanted for the other dresses. Then the second day was successful. Only I figured out immediately that she was trying the others in these really cute dresses, and I was getting dresses that either did not flatter me and my body or weren't pretty. I should mention now that we were all going to wear different dresses and different colors. She wanted that. The other girls all loved what they were trying on, and I thought all the others looked so nice. But I hated everything she tried on me, and I felt like they got worse on me as we went on. I did speak up a couple of times because the others did. She listened to them, but not me. I put her aside before we finished and asked her if there was anything else she liked for me to try on because I felt like the other girls had nicer dresses. She told me it wasn't my wedding and I was meant to do what she wanted. I told her I understood, but she was okay with hearing out the others. She walked away from me and went back to them. I was texting my boyfriend and he said the dresses wasn't very flattering on me. Even the lady who was helping us said the dresses could be tailored to better fit my body if I wanted to try that. But I saw it as a sign that I wasn't really wanted and she was just using it as a chance to make me feel less than. So I got changed and went back out to her and said I wasn't working out as a bridesmaid and she could find someone else. She didn't try to stop me, but she went to our family and they were asking why I'd do that, and they told me it seemed silly to step down over a dress and that we're sisters and this is special. I told them it was about more than just the dress, but she was always careful to hide the other stuff from them, so now they think I'm the asshole. Wow, the sister's evil. I'm doubting myself now, but I did show some others what she was dressing me in and everyone says the same thing. And I showed what one of the other bridesmaids posted and they see what I'm talking about. Plus, my friends and boyfriend believe me about the history between us. I know our parents think I'm being sensitive and now overreacting. That is madness. She literally plotted this whole thing so her sister could complain to her parents and then she could be like, but why would you get mad over a dress? We're sisters. See, mom and dad? She's so spoiled. Oh, evil. The fact that all this person wanted was just a sister bond, but her sister is like this. It just sucks because even the mom and dad is blaming this person now when they did nothing wrong and they don't know about the past and what the other sister has been doing behind their back. That must hurt so much. Honestly, I wouldn't even go to her wedding. Like, you don't even like me as a person. So why? Why would I go to your wedding? Who cares? I don't care what anyone says. Not going. Am I wrong for breaking up with a single mom because she doesn't know who the father of her kid is? So I met a single mum on the apps. I asked her out, and for a few dates, things were going pretty good. The topic of a kid came up, and I asked her what's up with the father. It was kind of awkward, but she did confess that she doesn't know who the father is. She told me she was going through a phase, and the father could be any one of those guys. This gave me the worst ick, I think that's the term, I've ever felt. We finished our date, and she said she had a good time. I straight up told her I think she's nice, but I don't think we should see each other again. She asked me why, and I told her I just didn't really feel a spark. She did figure out it was due to her comment because she said, "Oh my god, I knew it. You were totally freaked out by what I said." I didn't say anything because honestly I had nothing nice to say. I don't think they're wrong for that. It's not wrong for wanting someone who respects themselves. Everyone has a preference over these things. Like, I wouldn't date someone if I found out that he has a kid and the reason why he left his ex was because he got her pregnant. Like, I would not date someone like that. I'd be like, hell no, irresponsible. Am I wrong for not telling my sister the name chosen for my unborn son because she used her best friend's baby name for her daughter? My sister and I are both pregnant. This is her second child and my first. We're both having boys. When my sister had a daughter 3 years ago, her best friend was pregnant at the same time. My sister complained for 8 months that they didn't have any idea what to name my niece, and then all of a sudden, she had a name right before she gave birth. After my niece was born and her name was announced, my sister and her best friend started fighting. The best friend said that the name she'd chosen for her baby girl, and my sister used the same first and middle name for my niece, and she couldn't believe she'd do that. She stole a baby name? This is what I don't get. Why don't you just choose a name that you thought of for your baby? Why would you choose someone else's baby name? But I also don't get about fighting over baby names too. Like, personally, I wouldn't freaking care. Our kids are gonna have the same name? Cool. I like that. My sister said it's first come, first serve, and she needed a name badly, and that her best friend had time to find another name. Okay, now that's annoying. I don't like hearing that. She stole the name and now she's like, well, you can find another name. If I was the best friend, I'll still go with the same name. Imagine if the sister gets mad. I'll be even more happier. Oh, no. I'm just gonna stick with the same name. Like, I'm glad our babies have the same name. Isn't that what you wanted? My sister is due before me, a few weeks before, and with that in mind, I don't want her to do the same thing to me, and she has asked. Nobody knows we're having a boy except me and my husband, and we plan to keep it that way, but my sister has asked what our boy name is, and as an afterthought, she asked for our girl name too, when she realized I knew what she was getting at. I refused to tell her. She tried to whine about name sharing being the fun part of pregnancy. I made up a couple of names on the spot to tell her, and she saw through it. She told me to just tell her the name, and I said no again. She asked a few more times. She even asked in front of our family. It was our brother who joked that nobody should tell the baby name thief the name they've chosen. My sister got upset and asked if that's why I wouldn't tell her. She told me I was holding something against her that she never did to me. Mum asked why I couldn't just share the name, and everyone will know my husband and I chose it first if my sister used it, but I still said no. That's the point. We don't want the sister to use it. You know? That's the freaking point. What's the point of being like, yeah, everyone knew that it was their name first. They chose a name first. Yeah, just keep it away from the sister, honestly. Keep everything away from the sister because she's a thief. Why does she need to know, right? Why can't she just pick her own baby name? That's your own baby. Surely you can pick a special name out for them. Jeez. Holy. I can't with people. Because why? Why can't she just choose her own name? Why does she have to take someone else's name? Like, what is going on? Why would you want to do that? It wouldn't even feel special if I just chose like my best friend's baby's name. Because I didn't choose it. The sister was really like, give it to me, give me the name, give it to me right now. What the hell? Why can't she just choose her own name? What the frick? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!